Heavenly Father, the fount of all goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence, we welcome you, O Lord.
Good evening, XUJHS community.
Welcome to Lead Summit 2022.
Learn,
engage,
aspire,
and discover. I am Kate Mary Pinibanya.
I am Merjun Kanyas.
And we are your host for today.
Hello, Kate. Good evening. You look so stunning today. I love your nails. You truly prepared for this event.
Oh, thank you so much for that compliment, Sir Merjun. And yes, I did prepare for this very extravagant event. And I feel delighted to be in the presence once again of a fine young man such as yourself. And you know what? I love, aside from your suit and tie, I love your smile tonight. And I must say that we, together with our organizers, have truly prepared. Am I right? Like, what do you think are we expecting for today?
Well, I think it will be an amazing night for everybody, Kate. I expect that our parents and guardians will be enlightened about the K-12 program, especially that their child is now moving forward to senior high school.
Ooh, I am so excited. By the way, we would like to officially welcome our grade 10 parents in today's event. Can we encourage all of you to type in hashtag we are ready or hashtag take the lead in the comment section? Let's make the comment section on fire. And by the way, you can also comment out a shout out for us to greet you and your family this evening.
That's right, Kate. Now let us check what our audience is feeling this evening through our short temperature check. Now we want everybody to participate in this short activity. Kate, can you please explain what they'll be doing for this evening?
Yes, okay. So let's do a short temperature check, and I want you to choose the best emoji or best GIF that best describes your feelings and emotions tonight. You can send them all in the comment section.
Ready, send. Wow, I can see here that most of our parents are happy. No, they're also excited, surprise emojis, excited GIF or GIF, and we can really feel the excitement of everybody, Kate.
Totally. And you know what? Not only our parents, Sir Merjun, but also our speakers, facilitators, and organizers are looking extra special and extra happy tonight. And this just proves that this event is one of the most anticipated events in Xavier University Junior High School.
Yes, I agree, Kate. In fact, this is the third Lead Summit together with our parents. We have come a long way since then. Let's reminisce about last year's Lead Summit. Let's all watch this. was amazing, Kate. Truly, every year, Lead Summit prepares our grade 10 students and parents for their upcoming journey in the senior high school. Hashtag, we are ready.
I agree with you, Sir Merjun. And you know what? Because in here in Xavier Ateneo, we can experience excellence.
And now, Kate, we will be reading some shout outs from our parents. First shout out to our tech team for organizing this event.
That's nice. And we also have another one here. Shout out to our grade 10 moderators for being our superhumans this school year.
We also have here a shout out to the Baiño family. Our parents are really excited for the talks, Kate.
Wow. That, you know what, Sir Merjun, that excitement will actually bring us to the next part of our program. Yeah, so shout out to Sir Harun. Yeah. And that actually brings us to the next part of this program, which is a welcome message that is to be given by our XUJHS Assistant Principal for Formation, Mr. Joseph Seth Saga. Let's watch this.
Good afternoon. As parents, our only desire and happiness is to see our children successful in their chosen careers in the future. This afternoon's event is part of the school's comprehensive career guidance program designed for you, our dear parents, to help you see what the options for your children for senior high school are, as well as for their chosen career. I would like to thank Ms. Faith Yatok, our guidance coordinator, and of course our guidance center, and our PSTAG board headed by Mr. Ian Baiño, for collaboratively working together to make this event possible. This afternoon, we have invited two guests who will hopefully help and guide you, dear parents, with your decisions for your sons and daughters as they move on to the next phase of their education and learning experience, that is senior high school. Our first guest is our keynote speaker during the Lead Summit, Mr. Junn Geronimo. He is the Director of Communications of Guidance NGO. Sir Junn has been an inspiration and a big help these past years in guiding and enlightening our grade 10 students as well as parents. He will have a comprehensive talk on the different K-12 tracks and strands. And our second guest this afternoon is our very own XU Senior High School Principal, Mr. Roger Gawahan. Sir Roger will be presenting the senior high program and the guidelines for admissions. And I hope that you will also consider, you'll be guided as you consider enrolling your sons and daughters in XU Senior High School. Now, the next activity that the Guidance Center has in store for you would be the career counseling for our grade 10 student and parents. This Lead Summit will hopefully guide and help you and your child when you come to see your guidance counselor for the one-on-one career counseling. And so, on behalf of my co-administrators of Xavier University Junior High School, I would like to welcome you to this Post-Lead Summit, a career coaching for parents and make their dreams come true. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you and your family.
Wow, I love it, Kate, when Sir Seth mentioned about the guidance of our parents and also to consider the choices and options of our students.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Merjun, and it actually brings me to my own realization from his talk. You know, it actually reminds me of the poem "The Road Not Taken" by Robert Frost. And you know, I believe that life is full of endless opportunities and possibilities, and whether we like it or not, we are always prompted to make a decision, to make a choice, and it's all part of growing up, and that's why we're here, right? So thank you so much, Sir Seth, for that very wonderful message. Now, Merjun, last time, no, it's my turn to ask you this one. You shared to us that you always wanted to become a pilot, diba, last time. So as kids, of course, we actually had a list of our ambitions that we wanted to achieve. So other than being a pilot, what else is there for you?
Again, that's actually a hard question, Kate. Back when I was a kid, I also wanted to become a businessman or a manager because I wanted to follow the footsteps of my father. I can still remember when my dad told me that one day I will be the one to continue our business. It sparked my drive to manage our business. So what did you ask, Kate?
Oh, it's just simply out of curiosity. And you really look like a businessman right now. But it's good to know that you have considered many options, no? And have put your parents into consideration as well. And that actually will brings us to the next part of our program, which is all about the importance of choosing a career now.
You're absolutely right, Kate. And with that, let us all watch this.
So how do
Choosing a path early. The Jesuits and my teacher.
Yeah. No, forget. All right, no, that was a very meaningful video coming from our XUJHS alumni. Now, I'd like everyone to answer this question for all of you guys there at home. As a parent, why should we involve ourselves in the decision-making of our children when choosing their career? And I want everyone to type in their answers in the chat. Just a short answer will do. Just one sentence or two sentences would be all right, so that we can also hear from our audience.
And you're right, Kate. While waiting for the answers of our dear participants, you can also take a picture with the hashtag Lead Summit Virtual 2024, hashtag We Are Ready, or hashtag Take the Lead.
Ayan, I love pictures, no? And by the way, while waiting for their responses, Virgin, I'd like to ask you again another question. Because you look like a businessman right now. So, in the perspective, assuming that you are in the perspective of a student, why should we listen to our parents as well, when choosing a career?
Okay, I believe that our parents' role is vital in our success. I think we have to consider their advice and options because they just want to guide us. Especially that the career we will be choosing will determine our lifetime. We should learn how to balance these things out, consider everything, and then decide. They have the experience as well as the knowledge. And then they know who we are and what we are capable of doing. I mean, they've been there since we are babies and until now as adults. Remember the saying, papunta pa lang kayo, pabalik na ako.
Perfect answer. I used to hear that a lot from my parents and my grandparents. Our elders, the people that have been there have always been telling us, some advices and good things to do. And actually, personally, it took me a while to choose my career because, you know why? I had to consider so many things. It took me days to decide. But my dreams and the dreams of my parents for myself was always my top priority. Now, like I told you, I always wanted to become a field reporter. Remember? I always wanted to become a field reporter. But that was just not in my cards. But I listened to my parents and took education. And, now I'm here. And it all turned out well in the end. And everything happens for a reason, right? And you know what? I love where I am right now.
Wow, that's really wonderful, Kate. Now we can read some of the answers and insights from our beloved parents in the comment section. From Mr. Alejandro, this is an answer.
Yes, from Sir Haron. Yeah, and
great answers from our dear parents, Kate.
Definitely really good answers and amazing. And by the way, let us welcome now. I think it's time to welcome our keynote speaker for this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, let us give a virtual round of applause to Mr. Junn Geronimo.
Everyone. Our speaker this morning is with a degree of management and industrial engineering. He also finished computer science and acquired diplomas in macroeconomics and financial markets at the Euromoney Institute of Finance in Hong Kong, China, and visual communication at École Nationale Supérieure des Beaux-Arts in Paris, France. He has worked as a systems programmer, a systems and equities analyst, a director for research, a vice president for operations and administration, and a creative director. Presently, he is a career educator and the director for communication of Guidance NGO, which stands for Growth and Understanding Through Information Dissemination and Career Education, a non-government organization that advocates the dissemination of information about careers. Also, he is the editor-in-chief of School Guide Intermediate and School Guide Paths magazine. Let us all welcome Mr. Serafin Junn C. Geronimo Jr.
Welcome to Career Coaching for Parents in the K-12 Perspective. It's a career education webinar, okay? So let's be more familiar with the terms that we will use in this activity. Higher education to mean college or university education, because after junior and senior high school, I believe many of the students here shall move up. We can't be spending this much money there. Pong signal. Move up to a master's program, accountancy even. Kaya pwede ang administration, and one is hotel and restaurant management, as well as tourism or tourism management or travel management. Again, these are very good reasons for them to pursue ABM or to take ABM in senior high school. Hospitality and tourism management, business programs, ABM.
Thank you so much, Sir Junn Geronimo, for enlightening our parents about the different tracks and strands in the senior high school. I'm sure that our parents appreciated the first part of the talk, especially that they will be part of their child's journey.
Yes, you know what? How I wish we had this one when we were in high school, Merjun. It would have been beneficial on our part and of course to our parents as well. And we are indeed grateful for Xavier Ateneo and coming up with this program.
Now, Kate, I have a question for you.
Oh
it's now my turn to ask you. What did your parents want for you before?
Oh, thank you for that question, diba? So, well, my parents just, simply wanted me to be happy. Yeah, seriously, they just wanted me to be happy with my chosen career, but they did suggest that I take education and proceed to law. I did education and I'm finishing my master's, but about law, I'm not sure yet. But I'm happy where I am right now, and I'm happy that Xavier has also taught me to reflect, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm still reflecting. Now, by the way, Sir Merjun, enough about me. It's now time to witness a performance coming from our students. So let's give a virtual round of applause for the Sicilian Instrumental Ensemble. Ensemble? Tubon? Ensemble. Ensemble. Pwede kayo ng kanta.
Mama, kumusta na di na tayo laging nakikita, miss na kita sobra. Lagi na lang kami ang nauna, di ba pahinga muna ako na.
That was an amazing performance from our Sicilian instrumental and song headed by Ms. Christine Joy Lanes. Truly, our parents are the map. Sila ang mapa na nagbibigay ng direksyon sa ating buhay.
That I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, personally, no, we have our lives. But like you said kanina, papunta pa lang tayo, pabalik na sila. Sir Tagalog. Ikaw na. So, we would like, at this point, we will now listen to the second part of this talk, no? Sir Junn. Sir Junn?
Let's backtrack a bit in our discussion. So again, these are very good reasons why students will have to take ABM in senior high school. It's because of the business programs as well as the hospitality and tourism management. Kung makikita sa materials engineering, important about the senior, their specialized subjects, an exhibit of the education natin 10 years lang. No? So maraming salamat in this activity. God bless all of you. We need you. And thank you very much for holding on to one of the most difficult careers in the world, and that is being a parent. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Yeah. That's another impressive discussion coming from our speaker, Sir Geronimo.
Now, let us give a virtual round of applause as we witness another intermission number. Let us all watch this.
Kita din magkuhan.
Lift your head, baby, don't be scared of the things that could go wrong along the way. You'll get by. Everybody hates a happy ending story. It's someone that love can make the world go round. But don't let it bring you down. Let me hear you say it.
Ako na ba?
What an amazing.
Yeah, so what an amazing performance, no, from the CIE Club once again, headed by Ms. Christine Lanias. Our audience is truly at awe by the presentation. They did it twice and they slayed it.
And I think everybody is smiling with their presentation.
Yeah.
And now let's welcome our next keynote speaker, who is known for his skills and expertise in the field of education. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our senior high school principal, Dr. Rogelio L. Gawahan.
Our second
Sir,
keynote
di ba live
speaker
this is Sir?
is a graduate of basic education. He has a master's degree in education, major in Filipino. He has also a PhD in education, and all this has been. Dear parents, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Rogelio L. Gawahan.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to share thoughts about senior high school. This afternoon, I'll present to you some sort of orientation about what is senior high school from DepEd and senior high school, the Xavier Ateneo Way. So I will use this outline to facilitate smooth discussion from one slide to the other. So we look at first DepEd's mandate, the XUJHS Senior High School way of doing things, and end with a Q&A portion. So here we go. We'll talk about the K-12 curriculum. So its curriculum framework, which began when Republic Act 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 was put into law. In the photo is then President Noynoy Aquino signing it. Republic Act 10533 mandates that educational or an additional of kinder plus 2 years of senior high school starting school year 2016-2017, but with the heart and the hands. They are graduates who discourse from kinder to professional schools at XU, but the foundation is with us at the basic ed unit. I'm now ready for some questions and clarifications.
Go. Thank you.
Thank you so much for such an informative and insightful presentation of insights, Dr. Gawahan. And now let's give him another virtual round of applause.
Yes, I know our parents may have some questions for Dr. Gawahan at this point. At this point, let us call and welcome Dr. Rogelio Gawahan for the open forum. Participants, if you have questions, please type them in the comment section.
Yan. So, hello and welcome, sir. Ay, sorry, Dr. Gawahan. Dr. Gawahan ba? Geronimo. Sila sa road.
Ay, si Sir Gawahan o si Sir Junn. Ay, nari si Sir. Ato malagyan.
So, Sir Gawahan and Sir.
So, ang katong akong gi-mention ka ganito, ang inyong pagsulod ani is, and thank you very much, Sir Gawahan. I'm pretty sure that our parents here still have a lot of questions in mind while we are giving them time to join us right now online. We would like to flash on the screen some of the reminders that we feel important for us to remember. Then, gawas na lang si gawas daw, Sir Bon.
So, before na siya sa Q&A.
Before sila masulod.
Ikaw na lang before na ko nun.
Para maka-prepare man na sila nga na sa screen.
Sige. Alright, so
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that our parents and our audience tonight has a lot of questions in store for our speakers this evening. So while waiting for them to type in their questions in the chat, let us read some announcements and reminders coming from Guidance Office. So a requirement. So a requirement for all grades and students before entering senior high school is that the parents are required.
One is career counseling with parents or guardians. Okay. It is required.
Okay. So it is a requirement, no? So this event, the grade 10 career counseling with
There is an
there will be there will be a career counseling with parents and guardians on April 26 to May 27, 2022. And by the way, this is a requirement for all grade 10 students before entering senior high school. So parents and guardians are also required to be with their child or ward during the whole session, and 20-minute session for interpretation of test results, opportunity for students, parents, guardians to ask questions, and be guided with the senior high school strand to pursue.
The next
March, saan ni sir? Mga schedule lang lang basahon. And on March 4, 2022, Friday, we will be having our career coaching in the karon.
And these are the career guidance activities. Right now, we're having our our career coaching in K-12 perspective. Karon man So this coming March 25, there's going to be a mock test for this one. There's also going to be an APSA test orientation on the 28th. At the same time, there's going to be another test, APSA proper, on 29th of March, Tuesday, for the assessment for blah, 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 blah. I have a suggestion. This is quite long. So can we just give this, Sir Bon, right after the Q&A? Para makapanagang kay murag nila. Nisapaw siya sa Q&A. Nawala na lang.
Nisapaw siya.
So dapat musulod na lang gid sila daan, then human na ang Q&A, ahiya din siya. Especially kung wala na yung mga questions ng gawas, so we can just insert this.
Tapos sir, medyo taas na bito.
Medyo taas siya, mura-mura siya.
Madragi siya.
Sena lagi siya. So kato na lang, immediately after sa inyong inyong part, invite in na dahil ng duha ka speakers.
Okay.
So before ani.
After siya sa Q&A daw.
Ayan na din
Kani dayon.
Saka nga slide, pero katong ako stay at least ato siya. Kato requirement.
Ay, sir, kani, sir.
Kani siya, Sir Don.
Apil ni,
At least siya, Sir Don.
before
Dili,
the...
kanay nang duha, after nag-exam.
After nag-yun.
So,
Sige.
follow the...
So, wala na yung time mag-prepare ang mga speakers.
Sunod
Diretso
na
na.
sila.
Okay, sige.
For sure, naka-prepare kit sila kay recorded man tanan nila.
Oh, lagi sakto. So, after na dayon, lagi sakto.
Sir, pwede pataas balik, sir, Hagon. I know our parents may have some questions for Dr. Gawahan and Sir Junn Geronimo. At this point, let us call and welcome Dr. Rogelio Gawahan and Sir Junn Geronimo for the open forum. Participants, if you have questions, please type them in the comment section.
Yes. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome, Dr. Gawahan
And Sir Junn Geronimo.
All right. So, how are you guys today? How are you today?
How are you, sir? How are you, Sir Gawahan?
I'm fine.
Fine, thank you. How about Sir Junn? Hello, sir.
I'm fine.
All right.
All right. So we have a question right here, sir. No, so let's go immediately to the Q&A because there are a lot of questions.
Any sa ila mo answer?
Yeah. So we have here from Sir John Carlo Bayagna. How will senior high school of the K-12 program help in ensuring employment for our graduates? So either among you two.
Thank you for that, Sir Gawahan. Nice CCTV. Thank you so much, Sir Gawahan. Next question. Now we also have another question from the comment section.
Okay, we have another question. Is it possible to change strands in the middle of the school year?
Uy nga, nagka-blooper naman ito lang.
Yes, it is possible.
Thank you so much, Sir Junn.
Dayon.
Tanawa.
End na siya.
And na. That was a fruitful exchange of ideas from our keynote speakers, Sir Junn and Sir Rogelio Gawahan. And our
Gawas na dayon ang cancer.
Ayan.
Meanwhile,
okay. Meanwhile,
we have the guidance
yes.
office.
Meanwhile, we have some announcements, and reminders coming from the guidance office. So for grade 10 career counseling with parents and guardians, that will be on April 26 to May 27, 2022. Kindly mark your calendar once again, April 26 to May 27. And this is a requirement for all grade 10 students before entering senior high school. Parents and guardians are required to be with their child or ward during the whole session. And 20-minute session for interpretation of test results, opportunity for students, parents, or guardians to ask questions and be guided with the senior high school strand to pursue.
And our parents must also take note of the following schedules. On March 25, there will be a mock test for our grade 10 students. And on the 28th of March, there will also be an OPTA test orientation via MS Teams as a live event. And on March 29, Tuesday, another APSA test proper for the assessment for senior high school potential interest study habits inventory.
Yeah. So I believe that our parents and our students, our grade 10 students are very excited for those activities. And it's good to know that the guidance office has been really doing its best to guide our parents and our students in choosing the right career. And so, this is the part where we will be listening to the closing. Ikaw pa man, Besh. Ako na. Okay.
We will be moving.
Okay, this is actually the last part of our program where we are going to witness the closing remarks to be given by our PSTAG president.
Wala lagi kang pilit. Yun say last, dapat ikaw pinaka-last
schedule
sa part. Oo. And then, before din ka mag-iwan ng closing remarks, maybe the best lines to say would be, okay punta kahit na magpadayon, but the time will not permit us to continue.
Okay.
But we really appreciate the moments that we shared in the conversations tonight. And so to formally close the choo-choo.
Sige, sir.
Okay, murag taas kayo mo ang energy din niya.
Close.
At this moment, we will have the close now. It's like a circle.
After atong schedule na po.
Sige.
Go.
Ako na. Sige ko. Ayan. Now, we would love to extend our program even more, no? Because there are still a lot of things that we want to discuss. And I know that our parents and our students have been really entertained as well as really be informed, no? Of the senior high school strand and everything else. But of course, just like everything else, walang forever. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Di ako na siyang utangan niya. So, it's now our time to put this program to an end.
To formally close this.
To formally, this is now our time to formally close this event. So let us now listen to the closing remarks to be given by our PSTAG President, Sir Ian Baiño. For an edit.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the PSTAG Board of Officers, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our speakers, Xavier University Senior High School Principal, Dr. Rogelio L. Gawahan, and Sir Junn Geronimo, for enlightening our grade 10 parents on how to guide our students in choosing their careers. Also, to our Xavier University Junior High School Formation and Guidance Center, headed by Ma'am Faith Yatok, and providing a space entering the senior high school. Thank you, parents. And once again, good evening.
Thank you so much, Sir Ian, and to all our parents this evening. This has end na diretso, sir, no pa. This has been your host, Merjun Kanya, saying, if you can dream it, you can do it.
And this has been Kate Marquini Bonia saying, dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions. Good evening. Dugangan na naman dali, Sir Don, sa spontaneous. Narami may pangdugang.